Hi FlossTube, it's Lorna the Ladybird Stitcher. Today is Wednesday the 19th of December and I'm here for my Christmas stitching update for weeks 3 and 4 I believe. I hope everyone's been really well over the last couple of weeks. I've been busy as usual but I'm not complaining. Just means that I've got lots of family and friends to visit and who want to visit me. So I feel very blessed about that. On the 8th of December, myself and 2 other friends went to see Bon Jovi. He was in Sydney. Well, the band was in Sydney. I think it was only for one night, and it was an awesome night. One of the friends that I went with really wanted to see the band, and she bought myself and another friend as well as herself tickets to go and see him. And she gave them to us as early birthday presents. We all 3 of us have birthdays around now. So we got to see him and, well, the band. Sorry, I keep saying him, I know it's a band, but it was mainly John Bon Jovi that we saw. Yeah, it was amazing, an amazing experience. I worked out that last time I'd been to a rock concert was in March 1999 when the Bee Gees came to the same stadium to perform, so I was well overdue for a concert like that and I really enjoyed myself. I also had my birthday. Thank you to everyone who wished me well and who sent birthday wishes and who took part in my birthday sale. I had a really nice day. It was eventful. Started off with I took myself and Heidi was with me. Heidi's my daughter, if you don't know that. She's my 4-year-old daughter. She goes to preschool only one day a week on Wednesdays. So it was a Thursday and she was with me, and my dad said he would take us out to lunch. So we drove over to near my dad's place, and my brother was also visiting. He lives in country New South Wales, which is about a 6-hour drive away. So we don't get to see him as often as we'd like. But he works kind of odd hours and shift work, but he happened to have that week off, so he was over in Sydney for the day, so he came out to lunch with us, and my husband was able to get time off work to come to lunch with us as well, so that was a really nice lunch. It was relaxed. We just took our time. My husband had to rush off because he only had us, he had to get back to work, but the rest of us enjoyed it. The evening, my husband took me out as well as my daughter to lunch just near us, to a club just across the road, and while we were there was a massive storm. It had been forecast. It was just very intense. I didn't realize how bad it would be, but it was pretty bad. And while we were sitting eating, there was a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, a lot of rain, and all of a sudden the lights kind of dimmed and then came back up, and I wasn't sure whether they'd had a generator that had kind of come on when the blackout happened. We found out later it was a blackout because when we left the club everywhere was dark. Got home, first thing I did was test the lights, and sure enough we were also blacked out. So there went my plans to stitch all evening long while after my daughter went to bed. I was pretty tired by then anyway, so I decided to have an early night. And then last weekend that's just gone, like I said before, my brother was over in Sydney for the weekend, for the week and weekend, and so we all celebrated Christmas on my side of the family. So we've had our Christmas dinner, Christmas lunch. So yeah, that was really good. And next week we'll probably see my dad again on Christmas Day, but we're going to be celebrating with my husband's family for the rest of the week. So still busyness to come, but it's okay. We're getting closer to Christmas. I think a lot of people are really busy right now, and yeah, that's just the way it is. But I'll get on to stitching now. So I worked on 3 different whips and I had a finish. I picked up I wanted to finish Christmas Move before moving on to another piece. So here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here's where it is now. Whoops, sorry about the glare. I realized that that is a really poor framing job. But like Mary Rose said in a recent video, it's homemade. It's not a professional job. I may go back and fix it. I just wanted to sort of have it up now before Christmas was over. So I found a frame. This was supposed to be square, this piece, but the fabric is so uneven. It's a linen. It's supposed to be a 28 count linen, but it's 28 count on one side, I think 28 count across, and about 37 count or 36 count lengthwise. So very, very uneven fabric. This is the same fabric that I'm doing weatherwise on, and I hadn't noticed it as much with weatherwise, but with this one it was very noticeable because it was supposed to be a square piece and obviously it's not. It would have been much easier to find a frame for this piece if it had been square, but since it wasn't, I had to make up a mat myself, which I did. I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. I love the étoile thread that I used. Instead of DMC, I used étoile, which is the new DMC thread that has a sparkle through it. The only thread that I didn't have with sparkle through it was the brown, but the green, the red and the white is all étoile. So that's a nice little piece for Christmas. Then I spun the wheel and Stocking Faithful Friends came up, and this is what it will look like when it's finished. Here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here it is now. So I'm sorry it's still in the Q-snap. That's basically Santa's sleeves and the reindeer's antlers, sorry, antlers. And I've just stitched 3 columns, I think, there. They're obviously not full columns because of the curve of the stocking. So if this comes up again when I spin the wheel, I think I'll just go ahead and finish the page. Otherwise it will come out again early next year. So there's that one. This is being stitched on 25 count Lugana 1/1, and it was charted by Heaven and Earth Designs and is artwork by Donna Gelsinger, and it's called Stocking Faithful Friends. So that's that one. Really enjoying that one. And then I spun the wheel again, and Jane Austen at the Christmas ball came back up. So here's what it will look like when it's finished. This was the first one that came up when I spun the wheel first. And that's what I think all I had was the hair and a little bit of her head. And I just decided to go ahead and finish this piece of perforated paper. And when she came up again, I thought, I don't want to cheat and move on to something else, but I don't really want to spend much time with it because I want to move on to my other projects. And so all I stitched was that. This will be combined with beads, and it's part of her wing. So these wings are in 2 parts, I think 2 or 3 parts, and that's part of it. So that wing is finished except for the beads, but I didn't want to spend any more time on this particular piece. So for my birthday, the plan was, as you know, to start working on Lady Mirabilia, which was a new start, and that's this one. And I made a very small start during the day, just between lunches and dinners and before lunch and that kind of thing. But I mainly worked on this on the following Friday, the day after, just because I didn't have that evening, my birthday evening, to stitch on, which was what I was planning to stitch on, or when I was planning to spend the most time stitching. So I didn't get that much done, but I was really enjoying myself anyway. So that's just basically the top border. Everything on this side of the border is now done except for the beads. I think next time I pick it up I'll start on this one and then maybe move on to her arm, which will be easier to count across than down for her head. I'll see what's easier. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. It's only, so far it's only been two or three different colours of thread. I think it's only two actually. It's one Chronic and one DMC. No, three DMCs. Yeah, three DMCs. Sorry, 4 DMCs, because there's more shading there. And then the silver is Chronic. It's actually a substitution. The pattern calls for E168, which is a DMC metallic thread. I've used DMC metallic thread before. I really wasn't happy with it. It was very difficult to use, so I substituted for, I think it's 101 Chronic. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. A lot of fun to work on, but I did want to get back to my Christmas stitching. So I really only spent one day and a tiny little bit of the previous day on this one. So then I spun the wheel again, and Christmas Village, or Santa's Village, came back up by Cottage Needleworks. And I was up to Mrs. Claus's cookie shop. So here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And I'm still working on that block because I only started on Saturday. Here's where that is. I've finished most of the white. I need to move the Q-snap to finish the white up here. I think there's one more snowflake. A little bit of smoke coming out of the chimney, and the stripes up there. And then I'll move on to the other colours. I've started on the house, the shading on the house. That is a Gentle Arts sampler thread. It's the only specialty thread in this particular block. I'm thinking that I might put this away for now and pick it up again next week. It's a really good, the way I've got it set up is all my threads are kind of all in one place, and because there aren't that many colours left on that one particular place, on that one particular piece, it's making it a really good travel project. We're actually going to Melbourne next week to visit my husband's family, so we will need to sort of get on a plane and do a bit of driving. So I'm thinking I might take this piece as my travel piece. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet. I still want to start 2 more Christmas pieces. They're not whips at the moment, but Flowers of the Holy Night by Glendon Place. I still want to start that one, and a Lizzie Kate Spirit of Christmas. So if the wheel doesn't spin them up, I will kind of, if there isn't time by the 6th of January, I will kind of hook them on at the end. I've decided that I will remove Jane Austen at the Christmas Ball from the wheel now. I don't want it to come up again. When I finish this block of Santa's Village, I'm going to put this one away as well. I'm not going to pick it up again until next year sometime. And I would like to finish the page on the stocking. So if this one comes up again, I will stitch on it. I don't want to stitch any more Mill Hill pieces just yet, so I think I'll remove that as well. So it will really only be between Christmas Mood. I've obviously removed because it's finished. I can't do any more to it other than fix the framing. So really all that will be on the wheel now is the stocking and the 2 that I mentioned that I haven't started yet. So I think I may just give up the wheel and just stitch on what I feel like. I think it's a little bit silly to spin it to choose between 3 different things. I think the only reason I was continuing to spin it was my daughter was having such fun just pressing the button and spinning it, so I might just let her play with it for a little while. I did get a little bit of haul. As I rearrange things. I received a couple of gift vouchers for my birthday. One was from Robin. Thank you very much, Robin. She's a really good stitchy friend that I have, and she gave me stitching gift voucher to spend at JK's Cross Stitching Supplies, which is a Facebook shop that only operates in Australia. And we took a trip up there late November and went to visit Janet, who runs the shop, and I spent my gift voucher there. I mainly got the DMC Etoile that I use for my Christmas mood, and some other DMCs. So I wasn't going to show you that. That's just thread. Other gift vouchers that I received from family were for 123 Stitch, and so I decided to finish kitting up Enchanted Mermaid by Mirabilia. This is MD84. This one, if you're familiar with this at all, you'll know that it requires many Mill Hill treasures. So there's 13 packs of one, which actually on the website, if you look up the corrections, it actually makes it 14 packs of that one, 10 packs of another, 9 packs of another, and 2 packs of the other 2, and then there's beads as well. I already had the beads, but I wanted to get the treasures, and so I did. I spent my vouchers kitting that up, and then I had a little tiny bit left over, and I just bought some more fabric. This is Springfield Sage Lugana 28 count. I'm not sure who it's by. It has the orange stitching, so is that Witchout or Swigart? I can't remember. It's a rough Lugana though. It's not the Lugana I'm used to, but anyway, I think this is going to be better for the for this series, the Songbird's Garden series. I had already bought a piece from Colour Cascades, but it was 32 count opal, and I thought I was planning to stitch these 1 over 1 so they'd all fit. They would all fit, but I thought it was just going to be a little bit too hard on my eyes, 1 over 1 on 32 count. So I decided to go for 28 count, and I'll try it on here. This was another part of my haul. It was Summer Bliss by Cottage Garden Samplings, and this is part 6 of that series. So that arrived. I'm on auto shipping for these ones, so that was one I knew was coming. And then there was someone on Aussie Stash Unload was selling off some Colour Cascade fabric, and I decided to buy 3 pieces. 28 count plain Lugana in Dark Side of the Moon. So it's a really pretty dark fabric. It's looking a lot darker than it actually is. It's a dark blue more than the charcoal that it's showing up there. So that's a really pretty fabric, and it's called Silver Springs, and this is a really pretty neutral. It's grey. It does have a pink tinge to some parts of it. It'd be very hard to see on camera, but that's a nice neutral. Also a 28 count plain Lugana. This is called Clouds, and it's a really bright light blue, so really pretty. It's a lot of mottling on this one though. which I don't mind at all. So this will be nice for a mermaid, maybe. So I'm really happy with those. And then Hayde was having a sale, and my friend Robin said to me, I'm really liking this particular chart. It's by one particular artist that I have really started following as well. And I said, oh, I've got a couple on my wish list from that same artist. I can't remember the name, but I'll put the name here. I said, why don't we have a sale at some point soon? She said, okay. So we bought the charts. She bought, I think, Pocahontas, and I can't remember again the name of the artist, but I will put it here. I bought Mini Onde, or Onde, which will look like this. As well as Story Keep Bell. I really liked the big bell, but it was a lot darker. It had a really dark background, so I decided to just get the Story Keep. So this will look like this when it's finished. And so I think we're just gonna work on the Story Keeps at some point. I still want to finish my stocking and my other Story Keep that I'm working on before starting any more Haydes. So I don't think we'll be starting it in the early half of next year, but we'll see. You may recall that in my last video, I had received a random act of kindness from someone in the Heaven and Earth Designs group, and it was a chart from the Heaven and Earth Designs library that had been on my wish list, and I've decided to pay it forward. I would like to give away a Heaven and Earth Designs chart and a Mirabilia chart. So the rules of this giveaway are that you have to be a subscriber to my channel. You cannot mention the word giveaway in the comments, because that will attract people that I do not want to have entered into this competition. If you do mention the word giveaway, I will delete your comment. I really don't want to do that, but I really do want to keep people that wouldn't benefit from this away from this giveaway. If you're under 18, you need to have your guardian's permission to provide your address or email address. So if you would like to be entered into the Heaven and Earth Designs competition, make sure you have a wish list on the Heaven and Earth Designs website, as well as a valid email, or be prepared to give me the email address that is attached to that wish list. And if you would like a Mirabilia chart, if you would like to be in the Heaven and Earth Designs giveaway, tell me what your favorite Heaven and Earth Designs is at the moment. If you would like to be considered for the Mirabilia giveaway, tell me what your favorite Mirabilia is. And then make sure that you have a wish list on somewhere that sells Mirabilias, somewhere that I can go and check using your details. But you will need to obviously be prepared to give me your home address for that giveaway. So for the Hayde giveaway, tell me what your favorite Hayde chart is. For the Mirabilia giveaway, tell me what your favorite Mirabilia is. It can be out of print, it doesn't matter, but obviously the chart that you will receive if you're a winner will not be an out of print one. I will do everything I can in my power to provide the one that you want, but obviously if it's out of print, I'm not going to have as much, I'm not going to be able to find it as easily as if it is readily in print. So it needs to be one that is readily available. I will be drawing that. I don't know if I'll be able to come back on New Year's Day, but please have your entries in by New Year's Eve midnight. So the end of 2018, you will need to have your entries in. I'll close it off then. And I will draw it in my next video, whether that's on New Year's Day or on the 2nd of January, because that's the Wednesday. So yeah, so if you would like to be entered, please comment below with those details, either your favourite Haid or your favourite Mirabilia, or both if you want to be considered for both, but you can only win once. I think that's all I've got. My plans, I kind of covered my plans. I basically want to finish the page on my stocking if I have time. I will finish the block on Santa's Village that I'm working on. And I want to start my Lizzie Kate Spirit of Christmas, as well as Flowers of the Holy Night by Glendon Place. I will come back. I think I'll be able to come back on the 2nd of January, which is a Wednesday, so my daughter will be at preschool. I want to wish everyone a very happy Christmas and a very happy New Year, and I will see you again in 2019. Happy stitching, and thanks for watching. Bye everyone.